Thank you for joining me on Life in Surround. Whether you're a longtime Life in Surround friend, or family, or a newcomer to the channel, I welcome you. This is a bit of a departure in the sense that a lot of times what I do on this channel is a review of either a classic or otherwise extraordinary surround album or maybe a new release, and sometimes an interview with either a mixing engineer or a surround artist or both. And this time, because I've gotten so many inquiries over the years, and particularly in the last several months, to go over my collection to the end of possibly revealing some hidden gems or curiosities that others can go and take interest in, track down, acquire, enjoy for themselves. I decided that that was a very good idea, but given that I have just under 700 physical titles, and not to mention downloads, both completely legitimate and commercial and released, and also custom or private or close hold in some senses, not to mention the growing list of Atmos albums that are streaming only, I figured it would be a good time to begin to focus at least on my physical collection. I've taken a considerable amount of time recently to break my collection into more bite-sized portions. So, some of you might not be interested in Atmos or incapable of playing it right now. You might not be interested or capable of playing RO3D, or Blu-ray even, or SACD, or DVD audio. You may be running a player that's capable of DVD video. So I've done my best to break my collection down to the specific formats. So if something is of interest to you, you can focus on those videos. If something might pique your curiosity to upgrade your player and expand your capability, you can watch those videos. I just figured I would try to approach it that way, and that could make each video just easier to produce, rather than almost 700 titles, break it down into, like 100 or less. And in those respective formats, DTS-CD, Dolby Surround CD, Blu-ray video, Blu-ray audio, Atmos, RO3D, Super Audio CD, both quad and 5.1, DVD audio, both quad and 5.1, DVD video, both quad and 5.1. I'm trying to break things down so that you can focus during this My Collection series. You don't have to spend time on videos that are absolutely of no interest, and in those respective formats, I'm attempting to go through on my discogs.com to kind of like nudge up toward the top my preferred titles to make sort of a best to worst. But just with this caveat, across my entire collection there are some titles that I have not listened to enough to really give what I feel is an adequate recommendation. So I'm going to go into these formats that I've broken out and make my best attempt to do a best to worst, but just understand that I sometimes haven't listened to a title more than once, and I'm looking for your feedback on whether you feel a title should be elevated or diminished. And so there you go. This is an intro to my collection, and so that's why I'm standing here in front of my display case that I built for CD size jewel cases. These are predominantly quad titles, and then it's 5.1 down on near the bottom. This is going to eventually be my quad room. I built the quad station in here. If you're interested in what the quad station is, go back and watch my Operation Quad Station video, which does need an update, but it's more or less accurate. I attempted to build a full range quad listening station in this room because some quad titles, especially the classic ones, need full range all around you. And yeah, so welcome to my collection. This is the predominantly quad section. And you know, not everything up here is highly recommended. Some people have taken screenshots of my videos and tried to like go and track down every title up here, but really the best thing is to ask me whether I recommend something or not. Sometimes it's just up here because there was room for it, or because I like the album art, or because I haven't made up my mind yet. But all that said, I am going to go pretty soon and flip my discogs.com lists from private to public, and I will put them in the description below. So you can begin to kind of go through my collection, if not on video, at least go to the links and start looking at the lists on discogs.com. Start formulating your own lists of, you know, what you're searching for, what you'd like questions answered about, what you'd like reviewed, and let me know like what you love, what you hate, so I can kind of use that information to inform my own lists. And so here we go. You know, this is part of what I do. I like to spend some time categorizing and, you know, evaluating my collection. And so now I'm sharing my collection with you. Thank you for the recommendation from so many viewers, and I hope this is a good way to kick it off. And soon I hope to come at you with the first of the format breakouts. That might be Atmos on Blu-ray, maybe RO3D on Blu-ray, maybe quad SACDs, maybe surround SACDs, maybe DVD audio. You tell me. And I think the breakout videos are probably going to be like a top 10 or a top 15 with a link to the entire format breakout. So you can go from top to bottom and just make your search lists for what you want to hunt down. I hope this has been what you were expecting, what you needed, what you were hoping for. Happy Labor Day weekend to you. Those of you who celebrate Labor Day, it's Labor Day here, and so I had the leisure to shoot a Life in Surround video, and I hope it meets you well, in good health and happiness. And until next time, all I can ask for, all I can hope for, all I can wish for you is to live life in surround.